bruh. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Good morning.
Uh-oh, there she go.
Good
There she go.
morning.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, happy Sunday, happy Father's Day. How are you doing
Oh,
today?
well, don't say Happy Father's Day yet. Now we got.
Happy future Father's Day. Let me
There
let
you
me word it
go.
correctly.
There,
There we
there you
go.
go. Yeah, speak it into existence.
Yes, always. How are you today?
Oh, I'm pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Just it's raining out here, and
Okay.
yeah, so we it was a storm that came in last night, like literally like right after I left Juneteenth.
Oh
So I'm
wow.
glad,
At least it was
yeah, I'm
afterwards.
yeah, because if not, it would have been real ugly out there because it was a nice little a nice little light show
Oh
last night.
man. But it took the
hmm
tents out. Oh well, I'm
Yeah,
glad that it was
yeah.
after.
hmm Yeah, so we can start here in just a minute. Uh-oh, I
Got
see
some
some
folks.
people.
Hi friends. Hi Kenya. Hi Kalu. Hi Miracle.
Oh,
Cool. I'm excited.
there must be your people.
Yes, but
Oh
there
yeah,
are
Kalu.
people.
Yeah, I know Kalu. What's that
Yeah.
in, bro? Ain't you supposed to be going somewhere for grad school,
He
or did
is,
that
I think,
change?
in a couple weeks, making his way down
hmm
south.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, bruh. You already know I'll be reaching out to you on the low.
He still
You know
owes
what I'm
me a
saying?
shirt, but we'll talk. We'll talk later, Kalu. We'll talk later.
Oh, he owes you a shirt. Oh, that means he owes me a shirt too, then, huh?
He owes us a shirt. I need a shirt from you. I need to. We'll talk after this, but
Okay, yeah, for sure.
all right.
Well, welcome to 12 Faces of Sober Speaks podcast, episode 15. I
Nice.
am your host, Kenneth L. Watson Jr. Some house cleaning. Yesterday, I participated in the Juneteenth event here in Jacksonville, Florida. Let me say, it was amazing. People were out there walking with an extra pep in their step, and people were actually like speaking, interacting. I met some really great people. So thank you. If I had a conversation with you yesterday, I salute you for stopping by. Let me tell you, I was extremely nervous. Only because I have issues as far as like large crowds, believe it or not. But this lady that was in the booth next to me, she kind of threw an elbow at me and was like, "Look, I need you to make some more sales." And she's like, "Your goal is 10 and this and this and that." So it was really cool. And it was a good icebreaker for me. And I look forward to doing it again. Let me see what else was going on. I did not get a chance to try any food. It did smell good because I stayed in my booth for like 4 straight hours. But also, as you can see, I got on the hoodie. It is raining here. You can go on 12facesofsober.com. And actually, you can't go on there because I haven't updated the inventory from yesterday. But if you are interested in getting a hoodie or a shirt, you can DM me either here on Instagram, or you can reach out to me on 12facesofsober at gmail.com, and I'll take care of you. Also, you can get the book signed, copy of it for $20. Also on my website, I have some other things: coffee mugs, stickers, neck gaiters. I know that people aren't wearing masks as they should, but just in case, if you want to, you can. And I'm gonna stop talking. I'm going to introduce my guest. I met her and have been doing work with her off and on now since 2017. She's an up and coming just star out there in California. And I always like to check in with her every now and again and just see how things are going. And today is no different. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce St. Cloud State alum and a really dear friend of mine, Miss Shakirah2x.
Awesome. I love the intro. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Happy belated Juneteenth. I'm so glad that you got to participate and make your sales. But just like you said, my name is Shakira. I apologize. I'm losing my voice. I was doing some interviews at a Juneteenth festival yesterday, and it was loud, so I was screaming. But my name is Shakira Edwards. Like you said, I'm a St. Cloud State alum. I am a multimedia host and journalist, podcaster, all that good stuff. And I am, as he said, I like to say, a future star. And something that Kenneth taught me is I am a future millionaire as well. I tell myself that every day, thanks to this guy here. So again, thanks for having me on your show.
Okay. And I see the backdrop. You went on, you know what? You said you were at a Juneteenth event. We're going to get on the Shaq with the facts. So where were you at?
I was in Leimert Park, which is a historical Black city in Los Angeles in South Central LA. Every year they have a huge Juneteenth event. I'm talking probably 1,000 people. It looked like a mini state fair. If you've been to the Minnesota State Fair, but Black. It was beautiful. So I was there interviewing a specific gentleman who has a nonprofit organization called Hoop Us. They travel all over the country to get back to the community. So I was interviewing him and then just getting some footage of the event. And of course, unlike you, I ate. I was eating, networking, meeting some folks. So I had a really good time, which is why my voice is gone.
So you was out there near Crenshaw.
Yes, sir.
And out there by Baldwin Hills.
Exactly. You know exactly where, yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You know, I was it Neck Bones from M&M's. Is that still open over there?
I don't know. I've never been, but I've heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a famous restaurant. It's not as big, obviously, as what's it called? Roscoe's, but yeah, it's a soul food restaurant out there.
Okay. It sounds better than Roscoe's because Roscoe's is watered down over the years, so I'm gonna have to give it a try.
I can imagine. I ain't been to Roscoe's probably since like 2000, maybe 99, 2000.
Wow, I'm sure it's different.
I'm sure of it. Yeah. So, Shaq with the facts. How did this come together, and where's share with some of the guests that you've had so far, and who you might be working with in the future.
Yeah. So Shaq with the facts came together. My name is Shakirah. The nickname Shaq came around in college because, believe it or not, I used to work at a call center and a lot of older folks couldn't say my name. So I'm like, just call me Shaq. And it stuck, and all my best friends and people around me started to call me that. Kind of a play on words too, because I'm like 3 feet shorter than Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. So it's kind of fun. So when I moved to LA, I'm like, I want to have a mini show. I want to interview people on the streets. And I wanted to have a catchy name. What should I name it? And one day it literally came to me, Shaq with the facts, and it just stuck. And throughout quarantine, I've been developing it as more than just a mini show. I'm creating a brand. So I'm working on a website too, so I can have some merchandise. I've got some stickers for sale already. My lovely backdrop that my good friend, actress-preneur made for me. So I'm just looking to develop it and make it its own entity one day. As far as who I've worked with, I have had the pleasure to work with Trevor Jackson, who is on Grownish. I've interviewed Dr. Drew. I've interviewed Rachel Lindsay, who's the first Black Bachelorette. I've interviewed Kenneth, who was a big inspiration and like a big brother to me. And just so many more up and coming musicians and actors. And of course, I hope to work with the big leagues in the future. So very excited. Right now, I'm just working on my independent thing and working my physical job. Kind of just keeping my head down and, working on those things so that when these red carpets start to open, which is very, very soon, I can be ready to go to hit the ground running.
You'll be right there. I look forward to that because I'm going to be like.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm going to be doing shout outs and everything. $5 a pop.
So you just mentioned that, there's going to be some red carpets coming up. And do you think that, do you think you'll have the same access to these that you had before the pandemic, or will it be, how like sometimes they only invite certain, individuals out to those type of events?
So you're right. Like the pandemic in some ways helped. I was able to do a lot of virtual high profile interviews. But as far as this red carpet thing, I feel like I'm starting from scratch. I still have my connections that I had before the pandemic, but some of them are working in completely different fields now. Some of them have left LA altogether. So I'm a little nervous, but I am one of those people that I'm gonna make it do what it do. I literally go on Eventbrite and type in red carpet and I just show up to places with my mic and see what can happen. So I'm not gonna let it discourage me, but definitely I feel like connections are limited because a lot of people I know, like I said, completely left Los Angeles when the world temporarily shut down. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna definitely make sure that I show you guys all, like I really like to show people the behind the scenes, the struggle of it all, but I'm going to find some red carpets and I'm going to keep doing what I love for sure.
And speak about the, speaking of the struggle, moving from Minnesota to, a city where it's extremely much more expensive. Um, talk about that. Talk about just the fact of, you took a chance. You took a leap that a lot of people talk about doing, but it's more or less of a dream.
Right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, first of all, I just want to say I have to thank God. I'm not super religious, Kenneth, but I know for a fact that this couldn't have happened without him and my guardian angel, my father. Happy Father's Day, Dad. But I wanted to move to LA since I was 12 years old. I'd never been, but I was like, I want to move to LA. I remember in middle school, we had to write, like, what do we want to be when we grow up? And I said, I want to be a talk show host. I want to be like in the middle of Ryan Seacrest and Oprah Winfrey and have my own show in LA. So I've always wanted this. This has always been my dream. After college, 5 years ago, I wanted to move right then, but life happened. It just wasn't the right time. So I just kept pushing forward, kept pushing forward. And in 2018, I hit rock bottom and I had a conversation with myself. I'm like, you know what? You have nothing to lose. You might as well go where you know you're going to be happy and you can pursue your dreams. It's the best decision I ever made. I moved to LA with 2 suitcases, a duffel bag, and $1,500. I lived in this shared living house with 30 roommates, strangers. It was absolutely crazy, but I'm so happy I did it. In the 2.5 years I've been here, I've been able to interview at least a dozen people that I have been a fan of. I've been able to go to over 10 red carpet events. I've been able to be featured on podcasts. I've been in documentaries on Hulu. It has been a whirlwind. I've been so grateful. I've been so excited. It's been so exciting. It's been a dream come true. But it's been a struggle and all. Like you said, I mean, even just a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, I got into a near fatal car accident and lost my car and my job because I was driving Uber full time and I was contemplating having to either go back to Minnesota or figure something out. Like there's been a lot of times where I've been like, I don't know what's next. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to figure this out. But I really have persevered and just kept my eye on the prize and always made a way without having to compromise my morals and who I am. And I'm really blessed to say that because not a lot of people in this city can say that. So I'm really grateful. And I'm grateful for my support system, you included, in Minnesota. Y'all have definitely helped keep me afloat. There's been a lot of times where I've been down and out and you've sent me a message that has really helped uplift me, whether it was relationship wise, financial, whatever the case is. And I really appreciate you for that.
No problem. I mean, it's one of those things where you got out there. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you're out there by yourself.
Yeah.
And far too many times, a lot of people they may rebel against the family, go out there and be like, okay, and then you have the horror stories. But if you have people, I mean, it's the same way in my sobrieties. I have to have a support system. It's the same way. I see you out there doing what you do. And if I see you off track, what do? I don't sit here and post it on social media. I'm on, I got ways to reach you. You know what I'm saying? And we have a conversation. And like I said, I'm not going to BS you. I'm just going to be like, hey, this and that, and keep it going, So that is good. Also, like you said, you got to have some type of faith. It doesn't necessarily mean a religion, but you got to believe in somebody. And you did that. And you didn't give up, because a lot of people that do go to California, like I said, one mistake, I'm going home. But you've had multiple, and you've still been there, and you're making it. And I salute you and commend you. And I know that moving forward, you're going to be just as big, if not bigger, than whoever's the most popular person out in the game right now. Just because you had to put, you had to put in the extra work. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a story behind it. Like, look, I didn't just get here yesterday. I had to do, what it had, do what it do to, make sure I get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's real dope. And let's see. So since you've been in LA, what are some good food spots that you've been able to mess
So
with?
I love to eat. Man. So I'm gonna go backwards. The most recent spot I found is like way better than In-N-Out. If y'all are from LA, sorry. Or if you're thinking of visiting and you think In-N-Out is good, don't go to In-N-Out. Go to Chris and Eddie's. It is a dope pop-up installment made by two young Latino brothers. They created it during COVID and it's gotten so big, it's exploded that they're going to open up their own shop in September. So I will be at their grand opening covering that story. So I'm very excited for them. But that's one of my favorites. Just the old fashioned burgers with the sauce, just similar to In-N-Out. And it is so good. Another place I really like. Oh my god, I love food. Kenneth, you got me excited. Um, Another place that I really like, it's cliche, but Bossa Nova, it's Brazilian cuisine in LA. It's pasta. A lot of, maybe you've heard like some rappers talk about it. It is so good, like the best pasta besides my own that I've ever had. So I highly recommend that. Um, I like Grilled Fryish. It's a taco slash Caribbean restaurant. Fire. It's in Hyde Park, so near Inglewood and all those places. It's very, very good. I can go on for days about food, but those are. I'm gonna just leave it at those. I love LA's food. There's still so much to try. I've been here 2.5 years, but the world was closed for a year. So like I literally, from when I was driving Uber, I have a list of restaurants to try. So I'm gonna keep you posted. I might start a little food vlog because I love to eat.
So I'm looking at the people in here now. I don't know if this is legit. It says Fredro Starr. Is that
Yes,
the?
that's one of my friends from Minnesota.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the rapper from Onyx. I was like, what? I was like, oh,
Oh
okay, hold
no,
on.
no, that's
Oh,
what's
okay,
up, Rael.
okay. Well,
No,
hello
that's
everybody
we
that's
got some
been in here.
Minnesotans in here. Hi Troy, hi Love, hi
Hey,
Charles. We
Troy.
got
Hey, Troy.
Minnesota
What's up, man? You
represent.
supposed to be sending me some music, sir. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Sir,
Putting you on blast. I'm just playing.
put him on blast, right?
Yeah. So, let's see what else. Uh, so what would you since you've been able to from time to time look at my my stuff on social media, what would be some things you think that I need to add to
First of
to
all, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
go ahead. Nah, go ahead. You good?
So first of all, I'm so proud of you. I remember when you came to me with the idea of the podcast, and you just had so much energy about it, so many good ideas about it, and you're killing it. You've been more consistent than I have been, so I'm very proud of you. I think you're doing a great job. I guess for me, the biggest advice I would give you is like young people. I just turned 28, so I'm not even talking about myself.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much. Young folks, 25 and younger, their attention span is like this.
Mm.
So if you could find a way, and we've talked about it, we've got some big stuff coming up soon too that you and I are going to work on. But if you can find a way to make quicker doses of 12 Faces of Sober, quicker bursts of content, I think people will eat that up. There's proof. When you did your reel, introducing yourself, talking about yourself in 12 Faces of Sober, it did really, really well. So that's my biggest advice to you. But you're killing it. I love the consistency. I love the branding. You're doing a great job. So very proud of you.
Yeah, since I don't have a life and everything, I just I try to create and do stuff, daily just to, keep the time going. My lady, she out of town, she out in Oregon, or
What's
when
she
I
doing
well,
in
right out,
Oregon? None of my
she work,
business, but
she working, she working.
okay.
She's a travel social worker, so
That's
she out.
amazing.
Yeah, so that's why I was in Virginia, no, not Virginia, Maryland a couple
Mm-hmm.
months ago because she was working out there. So I'm going out that way, and what is it for my birthday? Actually, I'll be out there the last week in July, so I'm
Oh,
gonna spend my birthday. But
are you a Cancer or a
Leo, Leo.
Leo? I love Leos. No wonder we get along. My dad was a Leo. That's dope. Very
Okay.
cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So
Yeah, that's my.
I'm trying. I mean, it's like it's crazy because I just be thinking of just random things and see if it works, and if it
Mhm.
don't work, I try something else. You know.
Exactly. That's if
Yeah.
first you don't succeed, that's the way to do it. I tell folks all the time, no matter what their creative avenue is, or even if it's not a creative, even if it's a business avenue, like this whole instant gratification thing is not real. You have to work at it. You have to keep trying. You have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears continuously. 90% of these folks that we see that are, famous, whether they're authors or hosts or actors, actresses, whatever, they've been putting in the work. So I love that you're following that same recipe. You're staying hungry, and it'll definitely pay off. I'm not worried. I know that it'll pay off. I see it paying off in real time, but I know that it'll definitely pay off.
And then you just mentioned something in terms of like the span, the attention span of the 25 and under. So what, not just only for advice for myself, but for those that are like in my age as 35 and above that might have a brand, that might be just starting out, like what would be some tips that you would give us, our generation? Because like I said, not everybody savvy as you guys. You guys can catch on to a new app in like 20 minutes, if that, and be like, okay, I mastered it. Now I'm, done went viral.
Listen, I'm not savvy. I want you to know, which is why I've never gone viral on TikTok. So I appreciate you for saying that. But
Mm.
advice for the older folks: one, just like you did, reach out to your peers who are millennials or Gen Z who do know, what they're doing a little bit, whether it's an aunt, niece, nephew, whatever. Two, get on TikTok. Get on TikTok. You are capable. It's just going to take you a little bit longer, but it's worth it. Get on Reels. Figure out what, like, you went to a physical event the other day, right? Or yesterday, excuse me, to the Juneteenth event. Reach out to those younger people and see what they like, what they're doing, what they spend most of their time on their phone on, and attack that avenue. Because I tell people all the time, like, Facebook is not as, it's more family oriented. Maybe people my age and older, your people your age. But if you want to attack that younger crowd, that's definitely the way to do it. Get on those apps that they're using. Go even on your app store on your phone and look at like trending apps and download them and figure out a way to implement them into your brand. And that'll help you tremendously.
That'll work. And so what's on the horizon for you? I know you said that Shaq with the fact. No, hold on. How often are you doing your show?
Yes, my show is every Sunday. I'm releasing an episode today, actually, when we get done right before work. I got a small window, and if you're for folks watching, it's typically a 5-minute segment about pop culture, catching you up on the week. But every once in a while, I do a special episode. So this week's episode is going to be special in the name of Juneteenth being a national holiday for the first time. So please make sure you tune in. It should be dropping in the next about 2 hours. So please, if you don't follow me and make sure that you tune in so you can take a look at it.
And I'm glad you brought back up Juneteenth. Yes. Now, I know that there's been some chatter on social media in terms of, okay, they gave us Juneteenth as a holiday to kind of shut us up per se. But there's more that needs to be done for, blacks as a whole. So I guess my question would be like, shall we just settle for, am I boring you? I'm just playing.
No, not at all.
Should we just settle for the Juneteenth, or, obviously there's more work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But because a lot of people were walking around yesterday with, like I said, a lot of pride, and I haven't seen that. And it was just like, okay, yes, it feels good, but we still have police reform. We have all these other, voting rights, issues and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but, I thought
Perfect sense. That's a great question. First of all, no, we'll never settle. That's not on the agenda at all, right? We've come this far. We're not going to just lay down and be like, okay, that's good enough. However, I'm a firm believer in celebrating the small victories. I try to be a very optimistic, positive person, and it upsets me to see people almost upset that, Juneteenth was made a national holiday, as if like some people consider it like a slap in the face. I don't think it's a slap in the face. I think we have a lot more work to do, of course, but we have to celebrate the small victories. That's one change. Let's keep working to implement others. That's how I feel about it. The struggle, it's not over. Obviously, we have a long way to go. But this is a good start. We can start with this. It's honestly easier, in my opinion, to work your way outside in. So this is one of the lighthearted, shallow things. It's something small. It doesn't do that much for us, but it's something small. Next, let's work on voter suppression. Then after that, let's work on police reform, So celebrate the small wins. I was super excited. I always feel pride on Juneteenth, but I felt a different sense of pride this year, and I thought it was beautiful. And I hope that it just, gets better and stronger.
Yeah, because like I said, I've been to Juneteenth down in Minneapolis. I've been to Juneteenth, participated in Juneteenth in St. Cloud, and the Juneteenth here, like I said yesterday. And like you said, it was just a different feeling. It was just like, wow, okay. Yeah, it's good to always, see, people that look like us, what I'm saying? Because certain, people live in areas where we don't always get that opportunity. But it was different. It was different. I guess maybe the smells are different too, because, a lot of Caribbean food and stuff like that. but it still was, it was different. And like I
Yeah.
said, a lot of like I wasn't, expecting as many like just the black men that walked by and was like, "What's up, brother?" And just like that. And I was like, "Wow, okay. Now I can go anywhere in Jacksonville, and these guys wouldn't speak to me like this." So it
Yeah.
was a good feeling to be in one spot and
Yeah.
just to get the recognition like that. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely. Long
So
overdue.
you've been traveling, and so where's the next travel destination for you?
Ooh, I like that question. So, I mean, unfortunately, the next travel destination is Minnesota because I haven't been in 7 months, and my love is there, so I got to go visit him. Um, but I'm trying to. Um, I might have some gigs this summer that I'm getting flown out for, and I can't speak too much on those, but I'm very excited for those. So that'll be cool. But my next destination is going to be Minnesota, probably late next month, about a month from now. And when I go home, I try to actually like still do interviews and still get some stuff done. I know last time I was there, I wanted to do some small business interviews and it didn't work out. So I would love to be able to do that when I get home. And actually, speaking of small business interviews, kind of going backwards here. I told you that those red carpet connections, I kind of have to rebuild those, but I'm working on those. However, I do have a lot of like small business features that I'm going to be doing at shops and businesses in Leimert Park, and even near me, there's an area called Little Ethiopia near me. So I'm very, very excited for those because I think that this year of shutdown has made me do a lot of self-reflection and made me want to do a lot more community work. So as much as I love interviewing celebrities, right, and putting on a ball gown and going to red carpets, I want to interview the underrepresented as well. So that's going to be kind of my goals for the summer and what I'm going to be, the agenda I'm going to be pushing all summer and for the rest of my life, of course, but that's my main focus this summer.
That's dope. And I can't say unfortunately, but I'll be going to Minnesota next week. So, a little shameless plug. So, just in case, if
Hey.
anybody needs a copy of 12 Faces of Sober, I will be in Minnesota for 10 days.
Oh, wow. They got
Starting,
time. I've had a couple of friends, like my friend Jan, have reached out to me and told me they wanted to buy a book. So I'll make sure she hits you up.
yeah, I'll be out there. I leave on, I think, Thursday, and
Okay.
I'll be out there till the 4th. So like I said, all y'all got to do is hit me in the inbox. I might announce where I'm going to be. I'm only going to be maybe at one or two locations, and I'm gonna sell them. And then if not, then I'm just going to pack them up and take them back to Florida.
You're going to sell them.
So but yeah, that is the goal. That's definitely
Yeah.
the goal. Yeah, I'm going because my niece, she graduated from high school. So big shouts out to all the graduates, not only just high school, but college as well, class of 2021. So we're going to go out there and party a little bit.
Hey,
And,
well deserved. I'm missing the
yeah,
party.
yeah. So that's the plan. I don't really do too much when I go to Minnesota, anymore. It's just slide in, slide out, make a few, see a few people, but that's it. But, yeah, so go ahead and I want you to plug all your social media information so that
Yes.
those of that follow me that don't follow you, they can reach out to you because like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this she's a good person to follow. She like I said, she got the scoop on all the latest stuff going on in LA.
Yes,
And we're gonna
sir.
talk about
Yes.
one more thing before we go because I didn't mention it, but you didn't talk about it either. We're gonna talk about it in just a second.
Yeah, go ahead. I can do the shout out after. What do you want to talk
Okay.
about?
Yeah, the just to mention one thing that you did work on, which I was more than happy, more than respectful for you doing, is the Nipsey Hustle.
Yes,
And
yes.
I remember I was like, man, she's out there where I want to be,
Yeah.
and you got to do more than just like shoot from afar. You were in the trenches when all of the
Literally.
stuff was going on.
Yeah.
So, how will that impact you moving forward in your career?
Yeah. So that is one of the most honorable, one of the most amazing things I've ever done. And I just have Alex Alonso was literally fate. I had been in LA for 2 months and Nipsey died and you just felt this big cloud over the whole city. And I called out. I was like, I'm not going to work today. The job I had just started. I'm like, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to go pay my respects. And I went down there to Slauson, to the strip mall where everything happened. And I was just paying my respects. And I met a gentleman who has his own big docu-series on YouTube called Street TV. And he was like, hey, what do you do? And we started talking. And he's like, you should come back tomorrow. I want to get some footage, but I don't have a journalist. We came back. I got there, and he's like, "Hey, the gangs are signing a peace treaty. Like today, we're about to get it, and you're gonna get some interviews." I'm from Burnsville, Minnesota, Kenneth. I was born in Philly, but I moved to Burnsville, Minnesota when I was 2 years old. So I was scared, shaking in my boots. I brought my good friend Anthony. Shout out to Anthony Horde with me, just for backup, and we just went, and I was able to interview legendary people like Big U, a great friend of Nipsey. I got to interview, LAPD. I got to interview just some people from the Nation of Islam. It was a life-changing thing. I didn't know it was going to blow up the way it did. Like the interviews, some of them went viral. They were featured in a rap documentary on Hulu. So, I mean, I would have done it. I would do it all over again and not get any of that recognition. But just the fact that it blew up the way that it did. And I was seeing my face places I never thought I'd see my face. It was beautiful. It was amazing. And I'll always say it was my first big interview in LA, my first big project in LA. And honestly, I've interviewed some really amazing people that I look up to, but that might be the biggest interview in my career. So it's something I will always talk about, always pay homage to the late, great Nipsey Hussle. And I have to thank Alex, like I said, and just, it was divine timing. Of course, like Nipsey, may he rest in peace, but I had just moved to the city, didn't know nothing about a Slauson, and we just made it work. So I'm very, very grateful for Alex and Street Television, and I'll always, always bring up that interview. 10 years from now, when I'm, interviewing Beyonce, I'm going to talk about that because that'll always be something that I'll never, ever forget.
Yep. And that'll be something that we have to talk about in 10 years when I'm sitting at home doing podcasts remotely or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what it's, all about is, having memories like that can, that you're all, it's lasting. It's always there. And it, in a way, it drives you to even be, to be better. Yeah. And so I commend you on it. I was very proud to watch it, from here. Was I here or was I in, I think I was out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just moved out here, but yeah, real dope. But yeah, we, well, you done gave me all the information I need. Let me tell you. Yes, it is. And like I said, I support you 100% in everything that you do, because I know that you have the drive, the passion and determination that, a lot of people need to have. You know what I'm saying? Because you're starting from just, from scratch. And that's what it's all about, is that you'll be able to, like you said, in 10 years, well, Beyonce will be, in a nursing home, but, you could probably still, no, I mean, we in the same age bracket. So it's okay.
You won't be in a nursing home in 10 years, sir. Don't.
You're right.
Maybe 20. Right. Not
all right.
10.
You're right. I'm sorry, Beyonce. We don't want to say no bad things. Okay.
Yeah,
but
I don't want the beehive to attack you.
Yeah,
oh my.
Right. But no, I like I said, I'm going to sit on the sideline and watch you continue to prosper, and then to be able to reach out every time I see you shine, be like, good job. I'm happy for you, and I want to see you, really, really move forward, move up in the ranks in this game, and like I said, learn from the best, and that's the only thing I can tell you. And like I said, I wish you the best. And like I said, we're going to be talking, but just know that you got my support for real from Florida. For sure.
And you have mine. I'm really proud of you too. So thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay. And go ahead and plug all your information so my friends and family and followers can get a hold of you and get some of the latest scoop of entertainment biz out in LA.
Yes, sir. My name is Shakirah2x, a.k.a. Shakirah2x, a.k.a. Shaq with the facts. You can follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn under Shakirah2x, Instagram, Twitter, and not Snapchat. We're not going to shout that out. But Instagram and Twitter, you can follow me, as well as YouTube. Please subscribe as Shakirah2x. Again, I post weekly mini shows called Shack with the Facts. So make sure you tune in. If you don't get on Instagram often, again, those episodes are on YouTube as well. So everything is Shakirah2x, unless it's LinkedIn or Facebook, then it's Shakirah Edwards. But thank you so much, Kenneth, for having me. It's been a blast. I'm really excited. Next time we do this, I'm gonna have merch too. We're gonna be swapping merch. So
All
I'm
right,
very
hey,
excited.
that'll work. That'll work. And like I said, this is concludes another episode of 12 Faces of Sober Speaks podcast. I had a wonderful conversation with a very talented person, Shakirah Edwards, and I know for sure we're going to be doing a whole lot of work together in the future. I look forward to it, and I just look forward to seeing you continue to grow in the industry. And like I said, you guys be safe this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see y'all in Minnesota. Y'all
Hey.
take care. Peace.